Welcome back to RER Deals of the Week. I'm Ankit. Jeff's out on the road today and he's looking at some assets out of the state. So I'm going to bring you the deals of the week for the week of August 10th to August 17th. We're going to go through our assumptions. They're about the same. We're going to start in Hudson County first and work our way back to Newark. So what do we got? We got 100% of list price is the purchase price. Interest rate is 5% for a 30-year fixed rate. Insurance is $1,500 per year. Management fee is 7% of each month's rent. Maintenance is $50 per unit per month. Utilities are $2,500 a year if they're all together. If they're separated, it's about $1,200 a year. Down payment is 25%. Vacancy rate is 7.5%. These are the core assumptions in the Jersey City market. So let's go through our first and only deal that we found in the Jersey City market that we believe is a deal of the week. It's a 4-unit asset in Union Street in Greenville, asking $229. It's a decent part of Greenville, not a bad section. It's very close to JFK Boulevard. That's why it's an acceptable risk profile from my side. It's a property that needs about $128,000 in capital investment. The unit projected rent rolls on this property are going to be $750, $750, $1,250, $1,250. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Currently rented below market rents and needing some upgrades and renovation. And you're going to spend about $50,000. The core of that $50,000 is going to be upgrading the units, basically kitchens, bathroom, painting, and separating the utilities, which is about $20,000 of that $50,000 that we suggest you spend. Based on the projected rent roll, you should get a 9.5% cap rate if you buy it at the list price, and a cash flow of $17,172, equating to a yield of 12.5% levered cash on cash. So it's a double-digit rate of return levered deal. It needs some work to get there, but it's entirely possible. It's a 4-unit asset. There's not a lot that trade in that market space to begin with, so you're going to be at a decent price valuation in terms of equity protection because you shouldn't have a significant discount to your market value. If you buy it at $229 and do put in that $50,000, in our opinion, you'll be pretty much at market at that point, but you should be able to sustain a good risk profile by not having further depreciation in market value, given the fact that it's a 4-unit asset and there's not that many. There's only one other one that's available currently in Greenville section. So that's something to consider. It's definitely a deal that we would consider deal of the week. So take a look at it. If you have any questions, if you want the analysis model, feel free to email us or call us or visit our website, www.rernj.com. So switching over all the way to Newark, what do we got? Well, before we go through Newark, let's go over the key assumptions one more time. Newark is a little bit different. It's a higher vacancy rate, and it's a little bit higher in terms of management fee because it's an intensive location compared to Jersey City, even though Greenville is fairly comparable to some of the sections that we invest in that are better in Newark. So core assumptions again, 100% of list price, 5% for a 30-year fixed rate. Insurance is $1,500 per year. Management is 10% of gross rents. Maintenance is $50 per unit per month. Utilities, they're all combined, is $2,500. Or it's $1,200 is separated, 25% down, and the vacancy rate of 9.1%. Now remember, these are our assumptions to bring you a deal of the week, but it'll be very different for your own scenario in regards to maybe we need more money down, maybe less money down, maybe less of a management fee if you manage it yourself, or maybe more of a management fee if you outsource it to somebody else. So just keep that in mind as you do your analysis, but we'll be glad to share our analysis with you on these deals. So what do we got in Newark? We got 2 deals for you. One is a straight buy and hold, and one is a little bit different, not a true vanilla buy and hold investment, but it's a buy, value add, refi, and hold, in our opinion. We've done this previously, so we'll walk you through this deal. It's a 3-unit asset in Orange Street in the North Ward of New Jersey. Newark, I apologize. It's asking $59,000, so it's definitely a property that needs work. But it's got 8 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, so that basically breaks down to a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So decent sized units, decent rental potential. Projected rent roll for Unit 1 would be about $900, which is where a renovated 2-bedroom should trade in the rent value. A 3-bedroom should be around $1,200, which is fairly low. You should be able to accrete $1,250 to $1,300 out of the unit if it's done right and done well. And the 3rd unit as well, around $1,200 to $1,300 if it's done right and done well, given the fact it's a 3-bedroom asset. You're going to have to put about $90,000 of capital into fixing this in terms of value add, but you don't have to come in with all that money. What we suggest to you is you buy this property, putting in $45,000, getting a hard money loan. right? So you're going to need $44,000 of equity, and you're going to need a hard money lender or private lender to give you the rest of the capital. With that capital, you'd go ahead, do the value-added work to the property, fix it up. You'd spend about $90,000 doing that, which would be separating the heating systems, putting in new electric where needed in terms of the panel boxes, doing the cosmetic upgrades to all three units, doing some exterior painting, and just some general renovation upgrades, which 90 grand should more than cover for this asset. Once you're all done with that, you can go out to a local lender or a bank, any bank that you're comfortable with, and do a cash-out refi. At the value of this asset would be about $290 in our opinion, given the fact that you would have enough rent roll to sustain a 10 cap at that number. And based off of that, you should be able to cash out most of your equity and only have about $25,000 left over. And I apologize, not $290 as a value, it would be about $199 as a value, about $200,000 fixed up. So you can be all into it, about $160,000. You can refinance it, get back about 20, or only have 20 grand left in the deal at that point, cash out your hard money lender, have a loan at about 5% interest rate, or maybe even less given the fact that you'd have more security or more LTV value for the lender. That should yield you about 44% on your remaining equity, yielding a net cash flow after debt service of about $11,000. So let's walk through this deal one more time because there's a lot going on. You pick it up, either all cash, and if you want to do it all cash, you'd be into it about $160,000, or you go put up $45,000, get a hard money lender, which we can help you with, buy this asset, fix it up, get some tenants in there, then once it's functional, go out to a local lender or your banker, refinance it, get back about, 20, 30 grand, maybe that's about 50% of your invested capital, and only have about 20 grand left into it, and if you lever it more, you can get probably all of it back. But if you left about $20,000 in this deal, you should be able to accrete $11,000 of cash flow, which is about a 44% return on an investment. That's a huge play. It's a complicated play, but it's doable with the right operating partner where we can help you with. Or if you're comfortable doing it yourself, it's definitely a deal you should look into. And obviously, we can give you 1% cash back if you buy it through RER or our vendors. The next deal is a vanilla buy and hold investment. It's a 3-family property in Mapes Avenue in the Wickwahik section of Newark. It's pretty much a turnkey asset. It's already rented. Incoming rent roll right now is about $1,150, $900, and $600. It's a variation of a 3-bed, a 2-bed, and a 1-bed. So keep that in mind. Your net operating income is about $14,000 based on the assumptions that we spoke about and the expenses that we spoke about earlier. You would be getting it at the purchase price at about an 8.5% cap rate. You can do some value add of spending about $10,000 in the property, which would basically be separating the units in terms of the heating system. Right now, the second and the third floor are together, so 10 grand would be more than enough to do that, and you should have some extra buffer left over to do some cosmetic upgrades if you chose to do so. Based on that, you should be able to accrete a cash-on-cash return of about 11.4%. You're going to need about $70,970. That includes purchase equity, closing cost, and the $10,000 in value-add improvement. That should accrete you a cash flow of about $8,355. Now remember, these are our assumptions, but this asset, if you're not interested in going through the value-add pain of doing the work and getting that appreciation play such as in Orange Street, Mapes House is a good deal for a simple vanilla buy and hold where you can make double-digit returns on your money. This is Ankit. My deal of the week, obviously, in Newark is the 4-family asset in the Greenville section, and in Jersey City, it's the 4-family asset in the Greenville section. In Newark, I like Orange Street. I think those two are the deals of the week. This is Ankit. Tune in next week when we talk about and bring you more deals in both the Newark and the Jersey City market. Thank you so much.